Not hearing my audio. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Man, I am trying to figure this all out. This is all very, very different, all very new to me. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Dustin Williams here with the Wake Up and Rise Morning Show. And today's a win. So this is day number 2. I've gotten here set up, and it's 6:34 right now. I am a little bit behind, but you know, we're getting there. We're working on it. Uh, I I do want to start this thing at 6:30, so that's my goal every day. But technical issues, I'm trying to figure out how this works, and it's a mess. It is an absolute mess just getting this thing started, but we're gonna get there. So, welcome to the show today. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, and it's an absolutely beautiful day outside, right? It's going to be a great day today. Um, Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about success and purpose and the weird obsession that the world has with following your heart. We say it all the time, right? You hear it all over the place. Follow your heart. Oh, sweetie, just follow your heart. Just you know, whatever your heart will let you know what you want, that kind of stuff. But we're going to talk about that today. First and foremost, before we get into that, uh, I do want to say that I am, trying to build this show up. So I do have a new Facebook page for the Wake Up and Rise show. I wanted to go live on there today, but unfortunately, I learned that you have to be an established page to go live on Facebook. You can't just create a page and go live anytime you want. It has to be an established page. You have to have some kind of following. So if you guys really like the show, if you like to see this evolve and help me build this community together, go on over to the Wake Up and Rise page and give me a like and a follow. Also, go ahead and share this video out and give me a like on this video too, so the algorithm will get this out there to as many people as possible. And I really do appreciate all you guys supporting me in that and following me. So today, we are talking about purpose, finding a purpose. You can find your purpose, find your passion, and you can chase that passion. But before you can chase that passion, you really have to succeed. You have to find success, and that could mean a lot of different things. People think of it like they think of winning. I talked about winning yesterday, and people say life is not just about winning. Well, if you think like that, then you are thinking about winning wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean what the general community thinks of winning to be. It could be small wins, but any influential, successful person, anyone who has made a difference in the world, any of those people that you follow, they are not losers. They are winners by trade and just by mindset. And you can find that over and over. I'm a big reader. I love self help books and motivational books. I love educational books. The authors of those books, they are not losers, they are winners. And, you just have to change that mindset of how you're thinking about it. And you got to count every single win that you get every single day. And today, my win is getting here, going live for day 2 of the Wake Up and Rise show here at Remax Elite Realty, and to spend my morning, a little bit of my time with you guys. Um, so I said that to be able to pursue your, or to, chase your purpose, to find your purpose, you have to first succeed. And that is very true. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm not just talking about, getting power. fame, anything like that. Like I mean, you have to be successful. You have to succeed in whatever area it is you need to succeed to find that purpose and to chase that purpose. And in doing so, that is a journey. It takes time. It takes work. You got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. And eventually, when you find that success, then you can go after your purpose. You can chase your passions. I would be lying to you if I didn't bring in what I, believe to be true, as in you cannot succeed without God. You have to find your faith before you can succeed, and that is absolutely my belief. I don't think you can succeed. I think you can be successful. You can make money. You can find power, you can find fame and followers, and you could do all kinds of things in the world on your own. That's a proven fact. You don't have to have faith in the way that I'm speaking, as in faith in God, because I believe to succeed you need God, but you can be successful without God. You could put faith in yourself. I have personally found that when you put faith in yourself, that's sometimes when you find the biggest failures at the end of that journey, because you put the faith in yourself, or you put the faith in another man, or you put your faith in somebody or something that was not God. So it is my absolute and honest belief that to succeed, you have to find your faith. You have to have a relationship with the creator of the entire universe, the one who made you, and the one who has the plans for you. And without that relationship with him, you cannot succeed. So my first point on finding success, on succeeding, is to find your faith. My second point is you got to put in the work. You have to put in the work. You can't just wake up and say, oh, I want to do this today, and it be true, right? I can't just wake up and say, hey, I want to have the #1 morning show on Facebook Live and not put in the work. You can't. It doesn't just happen just because you proclaim it, because you want it. You have to actually do it. You don't see athletes, Olympic athletes, you don't see them get up and say, all right, well, today I'm going to be the best in my class. I'm going to be the best in whatever sport it is that they are good at. I'm going to be the best basketball player. I'm going to be the best ice skater. I'm going to be the best whatever. You don't see them just wake up and say that. They wake up, they say that, and then they go do something. They wake up, they say that, they go do something. They put in the work. They train for hours and hours, blood, sweat, tears. They push themselves as hard as they can. They outwork every single person in their area, in their class. Their competitors, they outwork those guys to earn the title, to get, or to even, fight for that gold medal. And the ones that win the gold medal, they're competing with competitors that have the like mindset. But they put in so much work. They push themselves harder than those competitors, and that is how they win the gold. So to succeed, you have to put in the work. You can't just declare it and then go sit on the couch or go to bed or scroll through your phone. You have to get up and you have to do something about it. That is why I like to do my gratitude and goals in the morning. It's because it gives me a sense of purpose. It gives me a sense of, okay, this is my goal. This is what I need to achieve today. Let me plan out my day. Let me block my day off. I do time blocks on my schedule so that I can work on specific things. So I'm intentional. So I actually do the things that I need to do to succeed instead of wasting time every single day of my life. I've fallen into that. I've spent literally hours. I've spent an entire afternoon scrolling through Facebook, looking at what, like, cat videos or I don't know, just garbage that adds no value to my life. It actually just takes away time from my life. So you have to be intentional in all that you do. You have to put in the work. You have to work towards that goal. You have to set goals and you have to work towards it to succeed. You have to put in the work. The third thing on my list today is you have to seize every single opportunity. You have to seize the opportunity because every situation there is a learning opportunity. It might suck. It might suck really bad, but you can always learn something. Growing up was hard for me. Life was not easy. It was not handed to me. It was miserable. I've sat in that miserable mindset. Sometimes I could be the most negative person in the world. And I don't learn anything from it. But every single moment is an opportunity to learn, no matter what situation you're in. It might not be where you want to be, but you learn the things, you learn from it, and you move forward. That's all you can do. That is all that you can do. I worked at Arby's starting out. That was my very first job was working in tobacco, working in Backer Barn. I remember being little and the adults would let me stand up on a box or a milk carton or something or whatever, and they would hand me, they call them the tips, the ends of the backer leaves, the tobacco leaves is the tips, and it's the easiest thing to, it's not so easy to strip, but it's the easiest thing to strip for a young person because it's the last thing that's left on the stalk. So they hand the leaves down. They pick the different types because the tobacco plant has different types of leaves on it. And they'll pick the different leaves and they'll leave the tips and they would hand them to me. I would pull them off, and if I was lucky, the old farmer, or more like his son, would tell the old farmer to give me $5 for working all day. I was little, but I spent a lot of my youth, I spent a lot of time growing up working in tobacco. It is hard work. It is not fun. It is not pleasant. And I promise you, they do not pay you a lot of money. I think whenever I was a teenager and I was really helping out and doing more, I think I was getting like $3.25 an hour or something like that. I mean, it wasn't much. It wasn't much. To go out there, Memaw would teach me how to top the plants, and you have to weed and come home with blisters all over you. You were soaking wet and dirty and disgusting and so tired and worn out. For $3.25 an hour. Yeah, it sucked. Every opportunity, though, every moment, rather, is an opportunity to learn something. So you put in the work, in the opportunity that you were in, you learn something. And what I really learned from that is, hey, I do not want to work hard labor for all of my life, because hard labor, I'm finding at a very young age, you put in a lot of work, you don't get a lot of payback. You lose a lot of time and you don't fill the bank account very much. It doesn't get you that much further financially. And I decided that is not the life that I wanted to live. So I went to college, right? And that's just a whole learning experience too in itself. I went to community college. So some of y'all started out in a university. I've been to university too. Completely different beasts, but college is a learning opportunity. And it did not prepare me for my job. I had no clue what I was doing when I got out of college. No clue. No clue. Spent all this money, all this time getting a degree. I go into the field and I learn, I went to college for this. I didn't learn how to do that. No, I learned it on the job. But it's a learning opportunity in college, and you can learn a good way or you can learn a bad way. My point here in being is you have to choose to seize the opportunity to learn, and you have to take that experience and determine whether the outcome is going to be a good one or a bad one. A lot of my friends that I surrounded myself with, we were in a study group, and we would meet up all the time. We would build each other up. We would teach each other all the chemistry, all the hard things. We would put in the work to get the grades. But then I had other friends who just wasted their college years away. They were always partying or hanging out. They never liked to put in the work. They never liked class. And I get it. It's not that class was super interesting or that I really enjoyed writing papers or taking tests or learning about things that I since have forgotten, probably because most of it's garbage. But I did it because I intentionally wanted to move forward. I was not there to have an experience with a bad outcome. I was not there to make friends and to go to parties and to do all the fun things. I was there to gain a degree, a piece of paper that would allow me to get a job that paid me better so I could make it further in this life. So seize every opportunity and learn something and make sure that experience is a good outcome, not just a bad outcome. My fourth and final point. If you want to chase your purpose, if you want to find and chase your purpose, if you want to live this life chasing your passion, doing whatever it is, maybe it's missions work, you want to be a missionary and you want to get there, or maybe you want to be financially successful so you can add value to your community, so you can add value to your family, so you can add value to your friends in your life, so you can make a difference and change the world. Maybe it's you want to influence others. Maybe your passion is a ministry and you really want to minister to people and you want to win hearts and you want to change lives. Maybe you want to work in behavioral health, and let me tell you, behavioral health people, they are very special people. It takes a certain type of person to work in behavioral health and to love others. It does. Maybe that's your passion. But you got to put in the work. You got in my 4 points here, you got to find your faith, put in the work. You got to seize every opportunity that you get to learn. And you have to earn the right. You have to earn the right to chase that passion, to chase that purpose. If you want to be a doctor, you can't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a doctor today. No, that ain't how it works. You got to get good grades. You got to go to university. You got to get a 4-year degree. You got to do well in that 4-year degree. You got to pay a bunch of money and study really hard to take this really difficult test called the MCAT. Then you got to put in applications, pay money for every single application you fill out. And medical school is a very competitive school to get into. So you got to compete with others. You got to have a competitive edge. You got to stand out with the crowd because there are so many other people with good grades. You get the good grades to get there. Once you get the good grades and you can apply, the medical schools don't really care about your good grades as much because guess what? There's 1,000 other applicants with really good grades. You're not better than them. You have to stand out a certain way. You do that by developing other skills, by developing something that makes you stand out from the crowd. By writing a letter that says you want to become a physician so you can give socks to your patients. Not because you want to help people, because every single medical school applicant I found wants to help people. You have to be different. How do you want to help people? Show me that. Prove that. Earn the right. And when you earn the right to get into the competitive medical schools, you have to go through 4 more years of education. And then you get your medical degree. You have to match with the residency program. Hopefully you match. When you do match, that's a whole residency year. Or I'm sorry. Before residency year, you have to do your intern year. So you have to match with an intern program. And then you have to be a resident for whatever it is. If you want to be a surgeon, you're going to be a resident for 5 or 6 years. And I'm telling you, doctors can make some money. But when you're starting out for those 5 or 6 years before they call you a full-fledged doctor, you ain't making as much as you think a doctor would make. Not in the beginning, not in the early years. You have to earn the right. You want to be the big dog? You got to earn the right. You want to be the top CT surgeon? You got to go in there. You got to get the education. You got to put in the time. You got to do the work and then earn the right to do the thing that you want to do. And that is what people who succeed and chase their purpose, they find a purpose and they chase it in this life, that's what they do. That's my 4 points. You find your faith. You put in the work. Seize every moment as an opportunity to learn. And make sure that learning is has a positive outcome. That experience has a positive outcome. And earn your right. That is my message for you guys today. So get out there today. Do your thing. Earn your right. Put in the work to succeed. And one day, I hope you get to share that with me. One day, I hope that you get to share with me that goal, that dream, that purpose, and I get to see you chase that. Get out there and have it, guys. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m.